Welcome back to New Day Northwest. Blood supply levels are at an all-time critical low, and that's why a local group of musicians are lending their talents to share the need for volunteer blood donors. We are joined now by Elisa Barston from the Seattle Symphony. Welcome to New Day. Thank you for being here.
My honor. Thanks for having me.
So you are the principal second violinist. Very fancy title. What does that mean?
Well, there are two violin sections in a symphony. The first violin section, the second violin section, and I am the leader of the second violin section.
I love this. Okay, we've got a leader on set, and you're a leader in more ways than one, because you're very passionate about this issue, and you're here today to talk about something that's really, really important, not just to you or me, but to everyone, donating blood. Why is this so personal to you?
Well, in January of 2016, my mom was diagnosed with leukemia, and I would go with her for weekly transfusions that she would have of blood and platelets, and it kind of opened my eyes to the fact that, well, where are these coming from?
Yeah.
Never occurred to me. Of course, they're, volunteers are donating their blood, their platelets, their time, their energy to make people like my mother survive, as long as they can with this horrible disease.
Yeah. Your mom was also a musician, wasn't she? Did you get your love for music from her?
I absolutely did. My mom handed me a violin when I was 3 years old, and I have never looked back.
Is her, she was a cellist?
A beautiful cellist, and, well, even more significantly, a passionate teacher. She fell in love with the Suzuki method of teaching, which teaches children like at the age of 3.
Wow.
Sort of a mother tongue method of learning music.
And that's how you learned?
That's how I learned, yes.
When you would sit with your mom and she would receive the platelets and it made you realize, I mean, did you just kind of have one of these moments of like, we all need to be getting involved?
Absolutely. And I realized I could be a part of this, I should be a part of this, and it's actually my favorite thing to do to memorialize my mother. Every time I donate, which is as frequently as possible, you can actually donate platelets like once a week.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either. Whole blood, it's like 56 days or something like that. But I go as often as I can, and I think about my mom every single time. I remember sitting with her, and I feel like it's the most meaningful thing I can do.
When your mom would receive this, and how did she feel after she got the platelet transfusion?
It was amazing to see what those transfusions did for her. Her energy level went so far up. Her big passion, as I said, was teaching, and she wanted more than anything to graduate her final class of students before she passed away. And those platelets and blood transfusions gave her energy. She'd have these transfusions and she'd go and teach 5 hours. And she was able...
That's what she did with her time when she had the energy. She went and gave to others.
That was her passion.
What do you think your mom would think of this Music's in Our Blood campaign?
I think she'd be in tears. I think it would be so meaningful to her to know that I'm giving back and that other musicians like her are involved in giving back as well.
I have to say, I mean, this has been so powerful. What is it about the music community that makes this such a natural fit for this push? Like, there's power in music, there's power in this campaign.
Well, musicians, we love to play together. We love to work as a team. I'm especially proud of my Seattle Symphony colleagues because we are a great team. And I think we love to come together for the sake of our community and give back.
Well, thank you so much for, first of all, I'm very sorry for your loss. But thank you for sharing your story, sharing your passion, and sharing your music with Seattle.
Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right. Well, visit the website on your screen if you want to learn more about Music's in Our Blood and how you can help. Take a look right there. Go do it. Well, have you noticed how you can change the whole look of your home with just the slightest little infusion of color? Well, a lesson in the art of fall throw pillows with Lucky Home when we come back.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Bloodworks Northwest.